Welcome to Community Talk, a public affairs presentation of the MSA United Way and Super Talk 1270. Now your host, Jenna Gullo.
Good morning. You are listening to United Way's Community Talk. I'm Jenna Gullo, the Executive Director of the Missouri Slope Area-Wide United Way. Co-hosting with me today and always is Ms. Amber Jensen, the Operations Manager at United Way.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. We have an exciting day. We're actually recording this bright and early at about 6 a.m. in the morning, which is why we are just so smiling and excited because we have a conference to go to. It's really exciting. The First Lady of North Dakota is hosting the second annual conference on the Dolly Parton Imagination Library.
Yeah, and this will be my first conference, so I'm excited to attend today, learn what other communities around North Dakota are doing to promote the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, listen to those that are trying to get it started, because we've just been really loving this program here in Bismarck-Mandan in our 10-county region.
It is such an important program, and I'm not going to waste any time with you listening to us. We are going to listen to the expert of the Dollywood Foundation. We have in studio a very special guest, Pam Hunsaker, who is the Regional Director for the Dollywood Foundation. Welcome, Pam.
Thank you so very much. I'm thrilled to be here.
It is so great to have you here. You've been to Bismarck a number of times.
I have been, and I have to say I love this town and I love this state, particularly this trip because it is over 100 degrees where I'm from in Columbia, Missouri. It is hot, and it is beautiful here today.
Yeah, it is beautiful, and you got in yesterday afternoon, and so you've been hitting some good weather. You've got to make sure Sarah from the First Lady's office gets you out on the river.
Oh, that sounds like a great time.
Really, the Missouri River,
yeah.
it's just this wonderful, wonderful escape, don't you think?
It is.
It's how you enjoy your summers here in Bismarck.
Fabulous.
One of the many ways.
Right.
What a blessing.
One of the many ways. So, Pam, talk to our listeners. Tell them, what is the Dolly Parton Imagination Library?
You know, the Imagination Library is a book gifting program. Once a month, an age-appropriate book is mailed directly to the home of preschool-age child, birth to 5 years old. These books are brand new, they're age-appropriate, and they're free to the families of the children enrolled. There's a local sponsor, a 501c3 not-for-profit organization, or a school district is the program champion within the community, and they pay $25 per child enrolled per year for the book and the mailing of these books. So it's just pretty, it's a really, really great book gifting program. It's not a social service, it's not a charity. It is a way to get books into the home.
And it's for any income level.
It is for any and every income level. We don't care how much money the family makes, and we never ask for Social Security numbers. The only thing we need is the way to get the books to the child. So we need the child's name, birth date, mailing address. That's it. Pretty easy.
And the books are beautiful. Just beautiful.
You're exactly right, Jenna. The books are amazing. We start, the first book is The Little Engine That Could.
I love that. And that's for every child, no matter what their age is.
Regardless of their age. It's the first book every child receives because it sets the tone. It sets the theme. I think I can. I think I can do anything. The last book the child receives is when they turn 5 years old, and it's Look Out Kindergarten, Here I Come. Has a little note from Dolly, and it encourages them to stay in school, to love to learn, to love to read. And it's a very inspiring little book, and it gets the kids ready to be excited about going to kindergarten when they turn 5. Just a few of the other books. Some of the books are real classics, you know, that we're really proud to have in our books selection. We have an exclusive contract with Penguin Random House, and so all the books are from that publisher. Everybody knows Owl Moon. Everybody knows Winnie the Pooh. Everybody knows One Cool Friend. Some of the really cool books that are in it, we have books from Anna Dewdney, the Llama Llama series.
I was just going to say
Absolutely.
that, yeah.
Everybody says those are their favorite books. You know, the Llama Llama Red Pajama, Llama Llama and the Bully Goat is a new one. And talks about bullying. You know, these books have really good messages. Besides just being beautiful books, it's a really great message.
How do you go about selecting these books? I mean, I know they're separated by age categories and you get the age-appropriate book, but how do you go about making sure you have the perfect book for those kids?
Yeah, that's a great question. We have a book selection committee made up of people who know books and know kids. There's a book author, kindergarten teacher of the year, people who know books, people who know kids, and what's appropriate for them.
How often do you change the books?
You know, about 20% of the books change every year.
Oh, okay.
So it's almost, some of the children will receive some of the same books that their older siblings did, but no one will receive the exact same collection. We leave the real classics in that the book selection committee decides is appropriate for every child to have in his or her own collection, because we do encourage every child in the family who's birth to age 5, not birth through age 5, birth to the 5th birthday, to enroll in the program so that they have their own collection of books. You know, while we know that sharing is very good, it's also really good for the child to have his or her own books that they can love and carry around and read over and over and over again.
Well, and that has their name on it because the books are mailed to their homes, and these children get to go to their mailboxes once a month, and they're so excited.
And they're so excited. We hear countless stories of parents saying, you know, we got the book out of the mailbox, and we had to sit down at the mailbox and read the book. You know, and then when we get in the house, we immediately had to reread the book on the couch. You know, I had to read the book 6 times before dinner. That's what we want. We want these kids and their families to really love learning, really love reading.
Some people are surprised that the books are mailed from birth.
Yes.
Right? And they say to me when I'm giving presentations, well, I didn't think infants could read.
Yeah, yeah.
But, I mean, there's a lot of research that goes into this program, and it's also about developing the love for reading and learning in those children from a very, very young age.
Absolutely. You know, they say that 80% of the brain growth and development happens by age 3. You know, children need to learn, need to know the rhymes, the rhythms. It's just so important that, you know, with the brain development, that they hear words and as many words as possible before they go to school.
Mm-hmm. And just the connection of bonding with your child.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's a huge component too.
Yes, without question. That time on the couch, you know, that snuggle time is so important.
And time away from electronics.
Absolutely.
Right.
I mean, let's be real here.
Yeah.
And I know we're living in a different age, but books, my dad always said, readers are the leaders of the world. And I mean, books, having that quality time reading every night. It's something I do with my foster kids before they go to sleep at night. And,
Absolutely.
and to develop that love for learning.
Absolutely.
That doesn't just stop, right?
It does not stop. You know, one thing they say that reading really is linked to high school success. You know, children learn to read children are learning to read for the first few years of school, but after 4th grade, they're reading to learn. Mm-hmm. So in the beginning, they're learning to read, then they read to learn. And without strong reading skills, they really do fall behind. You know, they get discouraged, they drop out of school. To have an educated workforce, children have to know how to read. Mm-hmm. People need to know how to read. And the Imagination Library is a gift that speaks volumes for our community's future.
Absolutely. And to have kids starting off at the same level as their peers, because there's a lot of kids in this program who would not have access to books. I mean, a lot of us take it for granted and we think, oh, they can just go to the library. But it's not that easy. If you're a single parent and you're working and you don't have transportation and you're moving from home to home in a very transient population, it's difficult to even have access to books. And so this is the type of program that it really targets a lot of people who also wouldn't be able to have libraries in their homes.
Exactly. Wouldn't be able to have libraries in their homes, or also families that do have a huge number of books in their home, but they're so busy doing other things, piano and ballet and soccer and all these things, that once these books arrive in the mailbox, it's a gentle reminder to read. Oh yeah, I haven't read for a while. So this book comes, and it's just a reminder. You know, and back to what we were talking about before, reading books aloud with children every day builds language and pre-literacy skills, but it also exposes them to new ideas, builds social, emotional, and problem-solving skills, and it really inspires them to become lifelong learners. As you were saying, a barrier for many families is the lack of books or little access to books in the home. But the Imagination Library really does overcome this problem, as these brand new age-appropriate books are mailed directly to the home every month until the child turns 5 for free.
We are talking with Pam Hunsaker. She is the regional director for the Dollywood Foundation, and that's the program, the foundation that helps us to bring the Dolly Parton Imagination Library to your home. If you have a child under the age of 5, please enroll them in this program, especially if you're living in the Bismarck-Mandan area. We are sending over, want to say nearly 4,000 books to the homes of kids every single month. That is unbelievable that many kids are enrolled in our program. If you're able to sponsor this program, please do. Many parents do. Many community groups do. It's only $25. $25 for the entire year, and your child can get a book in the mail every single month. We are going to be back to talk more with Pam Hunsaker from the Dollywood Foundation, and I want to hear more about Ms. Dolly Parton and what she's been up to. Join us in just a few minutes. You are listening to United Way's Community Talk. We are back. This is United Way's Community Talk. I am Jenna Gullo, your host this morning. Hope everyone is doing well, and co-hosting with me, Ms. Amber Jensen, the operations manager at United Way.
Good morning, everyone.
United Way has Day of Caring coming up. It's going to be August 10th, and we're still looking for projects because last year we had 974 volunteers.
Yeah, so right now, I believe, last count from Nicole Pesky from our office, who is leading the charge this year, we had, I think, 46 projects, enough for 950 volunteers. So if we could get a couple more projects, if you know of a neighbor in need or a community park that could use a little extra help, you're a nonprofit in our community, a civic organization, give our office a call, 255-3601. We'll recruit the volunteers for you. We'll help get the supplies that you're needed, help you get those donations to work on things that you've maybe been putting on your wish list for the last year or two. And what a great opportunity just to have volunteers in our community coming out one big day. Last year, we saved the community about $270,000 from having all of those volunteers for Day of Caring. So get involved. Volunteer registration is open. Go to volunteerbisman.com. Get signed up before all the fun and maybe indoor projects, if you want to be away from the heat, are not taken.
Yeah, it was a little bit hot. Last year, it was a little bit too hot. But hey, our volunteers were fantastic. I remember being out at the zoo and seeing hundreds of people just going at it, cleaning up the zoo. And gosh, there was a whole line of guys with chainsaws.
Yeah, and they're doing that again. So if you have a chainsaw and you can sign up to go to the zoo, let us know.
Just watch out for the beehives. Yeah. Please don't bring down any beehives. That's not fun.
Yeah.
But we also will be going around and stopping at every site and making sure that you have what you need and you're well supplied, because we take care of our volunteers at United Way. We really know that the community wants to help and be put to good use around the community at different projects. So we're looking for over 1,000 of you to raise your hand, your offices to come out. You can pick half-day or full-day projects. Join us August 10th. Reserve that date right now. And if you want to be a team captain, we need people to lead up these projects to help us get the in-kind donations. And we just have a lot of huge things we want to accomplish this year. So give us a call at United Way. So in studio with us, we are so blessed. To have Ms. Pam Hunsaker from the Dollywood Foundation joining us, not just on our radio show, but all day today at the First Lady's Dolly Parton Imagination Library statewide conference. Wow. That's a lot of big words there. Pam, thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Well, thank you, Jenna. I'm thrilled to be here this morning. Thrilled to be here on the radio and thrilled to be at this Imagination Library conference. We're bringing together all of the Imagination Library affiliates in the state, and we're talking about the Imagination Library, how to grow the program. It's really great for the affiliates to network, talk to each other about their successes, and ask questions. So,
Pam, when you talk about affiliates, tell our listeners what you mean by that.
Yeah, thanks, Jenna. An affiliate is the program champion in a community. It's a 501c3 organization or a school district. In North Dakota, we have United Ways as our program affiliates. We have school districts, and we have Friends of the Library. There's a Rotary Club that's an Imagination Library affiliate. So all kinds of different groups and organizations work to raise funds within their community to bring this Imagination Library program to the preschool children birth to age 5 in North Dakota.
And so these affiliates, they raise the money and they do all the coordination that children age birth to 5 can receive a free book in the mail every single month. That is just unbelievable.
Absolutely.
That's really exciting. What advice do you have to towns that don't currently have the Dolly Parton Imagination Library being offered to kids in their area?
If you live in a community that does not have an Imagination Library program, please contact me or contact Jenna at the United Way here in Bismarck. My telephone number is 573-817-0117. It's in Missouri. I'm not located in North Dakota. Or my email is phunsaker@imaginationlibrary.com. Contact me, talk to somebody who has the program, and find out what it takes. It doesn't take a lot. $25 per child enrolled per year. There are not a lot of hoops to jump through. It's just a very simple program that makes a huge difference.
So, for example, we have kids in Minokan right now. We're looking at approximately 41 children who are not able to receive these books every month. That means it's only $25 a child. If we got every single child enrolled in the program, it would just cost $1,025.
Exactly.
A year. And so we just need that local sponsor. I mean, it can be a school district. It can be a foundation. It can be parents coming together and sponsoring kids, and Rotary clubs and churches doing collections.
Exactly right. And that $25 per child enrolled per year pays for 12 books and the mailing of the books directly to the child's home. And this is something that is really powerful. The money raised in your community stays in your community. It pays for the books, pays for the mailing, but not one penny of it goes to administrative overhead. The Dolly Foundation pays for all of their staff people's time. So your money stays local for your kids.
So tell us, how did you start with the Dollywood Foundation, and tell us about Dolly.
Oh my goodness, this is such a blessing. I have the greatest job on the planet. I worked for a statewide education organization in Missouri, and I met somebody who knows Dolly, knew that she was wanting to expand her program from just the boundaries of Tennessee, and I guess I was in the right place at the right time. But I am so blessed to be able to work for the Imagination Library. But Dolly Parton is amazing. She is every good word you can think of. Mm-hmm. She's smart, and she's funny, and she's kind, and she's powerful, and she's a force to be reckoned with. And she really does want the Imagination Library program to be a worldwide program. Some of the things that she personally is doing right now, she's currently doing her Pure and Simple tour. She's got 60 stops along the way. She is having a concert in November to benefit the Imagination Library in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So that is one of the ways she funds her staff people. At Dollywood, if you've not been to Dollywood, check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's an amusement park. There's a brand new roller coaster this year called the Lightning Rod and it's the world's fastest wooden roller coaster. So check that out. I personally am not a roller coaster fan, but if you are, even if you're not, it's a ton of fun. Go to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Hopefully, most everybody saw her Coat of Many Colors in November, December of last year. Right now, it's up for 14 Emmy Award nominations.
Wow.
So that's pretty powerful.
My mom loved that.
I love that movie. Absolutely.
She thought it was so sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. This year in December, she is going to have a new movie, kind of sequel to The Coat of Many Colors. It's called The Christmas of Many Colors.
Ah.
So I'm excited to see what that is all about, and that's going to air in December. She's written a new children's book based on her song Coat of Many Colors, and that book release is set for October 18th.
Wow.
She's a busy woman.
She's
a
busy.
busy woman. And she and her husband Carl Dean just celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
They've been married for a very long time, and they plan to sell their wedding photos to the highest bidder, and those dollars raised from that will be to benefit the Imagination Library also.
Amazing.
Amazing. Her heart really is in the right place.
When did she start the Imagination Library?
The Imagination Library started in 1995 in Sevier County, Tennessee, where she grew up. She wanted to do something that gave back. So she decided to send books once a month to kids in Sevier County. The program just naturally grew from there. People in neighboring counties wanted the program. So then in the year 2000, she decided to expand the program to any community in the U.S. that wanted to start the program. Currently, over 19,000 North Dakota children receive books monthly. In the U.S., the U.K., Canada, and Australia, where we have the program going now, over 925,000 children receive books monthly. And since the inception of the program in 1996, over 85 million books have been mailed to kids in the U.S., the U.K., Canada, and Australia.
Wow.
That's pretty
Wow.
powerful stuff.
What one person's dream can
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow.
Let me tell you one kind of powerful thing, too. We currently have a 10-year plan. The Imagination Library currently mails books to 4% of children in the U.S. Our 10-year plan is to mail books to 10% of all U.S. children. And right now, there are no other early literacy programs that do this. She has a vision, and we're going to get there. Thanks to the Jennas of the world, the United Ways, to the people to our local affiliates who are out there working, funding, and friend raising across the U.S.
I like how you say that, friend raising, because it really does take a village.
Absolutely.
And our First Lady of North Dakota,
Yes.
Betsy Dalrymple, has been unbelievable in being the champion throughout
Yes.
North Dakota. We went to now only having 12% of our state not covered by the Imagination Library, and that is 100% due to Betsy Dalrymple. So a special thank you to the First Lady. And Pam, just real quick before we head out here, I mean, what are the statistics with this program as far as the benefits? Because I know, in at our United Way, we always talk about the importance of kids reading by grade 4 and what proficiency levels mean and how they affect graduation rates, and also about quality time with parents. And there's been research that has been done on all of this.
So much research has been done. These Imagination Library books affect early reading skills, school readiness, language development, life skills development. These books teach manners and the things kids need to know before they go to school. It really teaches them to appreciate books and the content. Parents are engaged with their children while they're reading these books. And there really is an excitement about reading and learning when these books arrive.
Absolutely. And locally, we've done surveys throughout North Dakota. 85% of respondents agreed or strongly disagreed that they read more to their children because of this program. And the amount of reading daily increased by nearly 20%. We've been offering this program in North Dakota since 2009. We mail books to 4,000 kids throughout our region. And in North Dakota, what did you say the number was? 19,000 received books. Unbelievable. Be a part of this program. You can enroll your child in our area by going on to msaunitedway.org. You can call our office if you want to start the program in your area. We'll do all the admin for free. We just need that local cheerleader and that local person to help us pick up the books and get things organized in your community and help us to find those folks who are willing to sponsor kids birth to age 5 in your community. So call our United Way, go online to MSA United Way, like us on Facebook. A special thank you to Pam for all of your work with the Dollywood Foundation, and a special thank you to Dolly Parton herself. You're listening to United Way's Community Talk.